Hello and welcome to the Daily Comic and Collectible, episode 388. Now today, the collectible of the day is the Hasbro Toys Marvel Legends series, Marvel Cinematic Universe Black Widow movie, Deluxe set Black Widow action figure. Natasha Romanoff reunites with a group of spies from her past to stop a lethal force. This 6-inch scale Marvel Legends action figure was inspired by the character from the MCU Black Widow movie and has premium design, detail, and ultra articulation for high posability and displayability in your collection. This deluxe box set includes clear posable action stand for dynamic posing and also features peg holes to attach the included accessories. Accessories include 7 Firepower and Explosion FX pieces, 2 Wrist Gauntlet FX pieces, 2 handguns, 2 sickle weapons, 6 total interchangeable hands, and the clear dynamic posing post. Released by Hasbro Toys, and was price tagged to me by Collecting with Durs from a subscriber giveaway hosted by Scotty Vaughn. Thank you both ever so much. Now, the comic of the day is Black Widow, Volume 8, Issue Number 1, with the cover date of November 2020. This is part of the Ties That Bind arc, with story by Kelly Thompson, art by Elena Casagrande, and cover by Adam Hughes. This issue is titled The Ties That Bind Part 1. In Manhattan, after Steve Rogers gets a lead from a very old contact, Natasha recovers a mysterious package for him. She is assisted by a still bitter Clint, who immediately leaves once the mission's completed. Natasha delivers the item to Steve, who thanks her for her help and is glad to be working with her again. Natasha makes her way back to her apartment, but finds her window alight, indicating that there are intruders. She then sees that her security measures in the hallway have been tripped. She attempts to enter from the window, but is discovered and shot with tranquilizer darts, which causes her to fall several stories. 3 months later, in San Francisco, we see Natasha, now Natalie, an architect, who brings coffee to her co-workers and presents plans for an improved floor plan on the building that they're currently working on. On her way to catch the train home, Natalie passes by a news crew and then spontaneously decides to buy a motorcycle to use for her commute. Meanwhile, Clint is watching the news and is shocked to see Natasha, as she's been missing for 3 months. He's equally shocked that her apparent undercover operation will be so easily blown by a news crew. He immediately sends a photo of the newscast to Bucky, and the two of them determine to track down her whereabouts. Later, arriving at her villa in Sausalito, Natalie is greeted by her fiancé, James. She's brought home Chinese takeout for dinner, although it got cold on the ride home. But little do they know, the couple are being monitored by Arcade, who's been hired by 4 unseen patrons to put Black Widow in this idyllic setting. Arcade impatiently asks his employers when he can kill the superhero. Geek Fact: although minor keys, this issue does contain the first appearance of Natasha Romanoff as Natalie, the first appearance of her fiancé, James, first appearance of the Dragon in San Francisco, and the first appearance of Black Widow's new motorcycle. Bonus Geek Fact: the Ties That Bind storyline starts after Black Widow goes missing after a mission in New York. She's reborn months later as Natalie Gray, successful architect, living a perfect life in Sausalito, with her fiancé James and her son Stevie. Natalie soon discovers skills and abilities she's unfamiliar with, from her original life as Black Widow. Meanwhile, Clint and Bucky get help from Yelena to find out how and why Natasha ends up in suburbia, debating if they should bring her back to her previous life. Another bonus geek fact. Arcade is a hitman often hired to take out irksome heroes. While normally quite successful, he rarely fares well against superheroes. Arcade refuses to kill heroes in typical ways. Instead, he builds giant death traps called murder worlds, enjoying the game more than the actual kill. Due to his inability to kill anyone of consequence, his reputation has declined rapidly. Even young superheroes like Hazmat call him the worst bad guy ever. His first appearance was in Marvel Team Up, issue number 65, from October of 1977. Top Secret! Marvel Made, unveiling April 2020. Originally planned to be exclusively sold at conventions and special events, the reality of the COVID-19 virus, limiting social gatherings, led Marvel to transition the products to be sold online with limited quantities and for only set periods of time. They also announced that they would be producing bundles themed around specific creators. Initially, new products were planned to be released every month, but this schedule was not followed in practice. Products were sold through a specific website at marvelmade.net. The initial product line included Scotty Young Premier Collectibles and a Chris Claremont Premier Bundle. And final geek fact. Natalia Alyanovna Romanov, English Natasha Romanoff, also known as the Black Widow, was a former KGB agent. She was trained by the Red Room as part of the Black Widow's Ops program to be the ultimate super spy. She defected to the U.S. from the Soviet Union to join S.H.I.E.L.D. Later, she would become a member of the Avengers and has been on the team on multiple occasions. She's a woman with a mysterious past which few know about. Her first appearance was in Tales of Suspense, issue number 52, with the cover date of April 1964. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another Daily Comic and Collectible, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. This is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and out.